morning, little learners. Welcome to school this week. Let's start with our hello song. You are here today. You are here today. Hip, hip, hooray! Miss Ari is here today. Miss Ari is here today. Hip, hip, hooray! Do you remember open, shut them? Let's see your hands. Open, shut them. Open, shut them. Give a little clap, clap, clap. Open, shut them. Open, shut them. Sit them in your lap, lap, lap. Creep them, slowly creep them right up to your chin, chin, chin. Open up your little mouth, but do not let them in. That one's a silly song. Leaves are falling to the ground, to the ground. The leaves are falling to the ground, to the ground. Did you notice any leaves falling on the ground at your house? We have a big tree in front of my house, and all the leaves have turned red and yellow and orange, and now they're falling to the ground. Are you having that at your house, or have you seen any at the park? Sounds like some of you have. We are also learning about letters. What is the letter? What is the letter of the week? Does anybody know what the letter of the week is? It's the letter A. The A says ah, ah, ah. Can you say ah? The A says ah. The A says ah. Every letter makes a sound. The A says ah. Ah as in ant. A as in alligator. A as in apple. The A says ah. Sometimes the A can say its name. The A might say A in words like airplane. A. I wonder if you can think of any other words that start with the letter A. They say a or a. Today, we are learning about something special. We're learning about something you might find on a tree. Their trees grow fruit in the fall. They are crunchy when you eat them. They can be sweet or tart, which means kind of you taste it back here, almost like sour, but in a better way. They are tasty dipped in caramel. That's my favorite. They can be many colors. I might see red or green or yellow, or sometimes they have a mixture of those colors. Can you guess what we are talking about? That's right, apples. We are going to talk about the life cycle of an apple. We call it a cycle because it goes in a circle. Take a look at this picture. I see that it starts as one thing, it grows into something else, and then you find that same thing and it repeats itself. That's why it's called a cycle. It repeats itself. So let's see. Right here we have the seed is planted in the soil, or dirt. You put the seed in the soil and you give it water and sunlight, and that is food for plants, water and sunlight, and it will grow into something called a seedling. And a seedling is very small and it's kind of like part of the seed. The next stage is really fun. The seedling will grow into a sapling. Saplings are usually about 5 inches tall, which is like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe like right about there. Smaller than my head. Saplings grow a trunk with leaves. In a few years, though, the sapling will grow bigger and it turns into a tree. I wonder what happens next. In the spring, the trees will grow flowers. The bees will carry pollen from one flower to the next flower. This is called pollination. Can you say that big word? That's a big word. Pollination. That's when the bees carry the pollen from one tree, from one flower to the next. In the fall, the flowers are gone, and instead you will see the fruit. This kind of tree is an apple tree, so you will see apples on that tree. Right here is a picture of the apple. Move me. The apple has skin, a stem, a leaf. The flesh is what we eat, that white part. The core is in the middle. That one's kind of rough. I don't usually eat the core. And right in the middle, you'll see right there are the seeds. And when those seeds go in the ground, guess what it grows? A tree, an apple tree. And we repeat the cycle. It goes round and round. And that's how we keep getting apples on our trees every year. Who here has gone apple picking? I went last year, but I didn't go this year. I can't wait to hear about all of your apple tree adventures. Can you help me with this poem? It's called Way Up High in the Apple Tree. Way up high in the apple tree, there's two little apples smiling at me. I shook that tree as hard as I could, and down came the apples. Were they good? Well, thank you for coming to class today, friends. I hope you learned a lot about apples. Stay tuned for a fun book and some craft ideas. Goodbye, everybody. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Goodbye, everybody. Yes, indeed. We'll see you real soon, my darlings, next week. Today we're reading a book called Apple Harvest. Ooh, look at they're picking those apples. Harvest time. It's a fall day. It is time to visit an apple orchard. Have you visited an apple orchard? I haven't yet this year. There are rows of trees. People walk down the rows. Fall is a time of harvest. Food is ready to pick. All kinds of apples. People pick apples from the trees. The girl picks a red apple. Apples are a good fall snack. They taste sweet. They're also very crunchy. Crunch, crunch, crunch. There are red, green, and yellow apples. Each kind tastes different. What's your favorite kind? Maybe at home you can get one of each. You can get a yellow apple and a red apple and a green apple, and you can try them all, and then you can tell me how they all taste. Do a little taste test. There are other treats at the orchard. Some people drink apple cider or apple juice. That's the juice from the apple. People put apples in baskets. Some will use the apples to bake apple pie. My favorite is apple crisp. Yum, yum. Other people make caramel apples. They are a sweet fall treat. Those look delicious. And this shows how you can make an apple pizza. I'll put it up real close so your parents can see, your grown-up can see. It looks like they took an apple slice and they put peanut butter or yogurt on it, and then they added things like raisins or chocolate chips or nuts. Look at that. And you can put what you want on there. So the crust is the apple, the sauce is the peanut butter or the yogurt, and the toppings can be whatever you want. What a fun treat. I liked this book. Apple Harvest. In class this week, we made some apple projects. I'm going to show you what we made so that if you want to make one at home, you can. I started with a paper plate, and I just cut a little piece of paper to make the stem and the leaf. We learned all about that in our group time, didn't we? And I stapled them, or you could glue them. I attached them to a paper plate. And in some of the classes, we used sponges or paintbrushes to paint the plate. We painted this one red. I bet you could make a green or a yellow or a red or even a mixed color apple. In some of our classes, we practiced using the scissors. So I put my thumb inside the little hole like this, and my fingers inside the big hole like this, and I keep my thumb on top just like this. I'll show you at the side. And I use my thumb to open and shut, just like this. Open, shut them, open, shut them. I bet you can do that. Open, shut them. And then I took a piece of tissue paper and I open, shut them, open, shut them. I cut out little pieces of tissue paper. And then I used a glue stick to glue it onto the plate. And you can do all different colors. I got yellow and green, and I cut them up and I put them on the plate. You can use colored paper, you could use like this is tissue paper, but I bet you could find something at home to cut and glue onto your apple. There's only one thing you must know. Scissors can only be used if a grown-up is nearby because we only cut paper. Can you say it with me? We only cut paper. So please make sure to find a grown-up if you're going to do this project so the grown-up can help you with the scissors. Remember, thumbs up, into the hole, cut, cut, cut. Have fun cutting!